Thought Cafe Presence. Are you a highly sensitive person or just emotional? If you've ever been told that you're too emotional or too sensitive, then this video is for you. In this video, we'll be discussing 7 signs that indicate you might be a highly sensitive person and how it's different from just being emotional. So if you're ready to discover more about your own unique personality and learn how to embrace your sensitivity as a strength rather than a weakness, then stick around because we've got some great insights and tips coming your way. Number 1. You are extremely sensitive to sensory input. As a highly sensitive person, you might feel like you have a sixth sense when it comes to detecting sensory input. You can pick up on sounds, sights, smells, and other sensations that might go unnoticed by others. However, this heightened sensitivity can also be overwhelming, especially in situations that involve bright lights, loud noises, or strong smells. Similarly, you might struggle to concentrate or feel agitated in a cluttered or chaotic environment with a lot of visual distractions. These experiences are not just emotional reactions, but rather a natural response to sensory stimuli. Sensitive people process sensory input more deeply and thoroughly than others, which can lead to feeling overwhelmed, fatigued, or overstimulated in certain situations. Number 2. You feel deeply affected by the emotions of others. As a highly sensitive person, you may feel a strong empathetic response to those around you. For example, you might find yourself feeling sad or anxious when a loved one is going through a tough time, or feeling elated and excited when someone close to you achieves a goal or milestone. You may feel a deep sense of compassion for others and a desire to help and support them in any way you can. These experiences go beyond just being emotional or reactive to others. Highly sensitive people are wired to process information more deeply and holistically than others, which can lead to feeling more attuned to the emotions and needs of those around them. Number 3. You have a rich inner life and a vivid imagination. Sensitive persons like yourself have a rich and complex inner world that is full of depth and nuance. You may find that you spend a lot of time thinking deeply about your experiences, reflecting on your emotions, and analyzing your thoughts and feelings. Similarly, having a vivid imagination is not just about being fanciful or daydreaming, but rather a natural extension of the sensitive person's ability to process information in a more creative and holistic way. You may find that you are able to visualize things vividly in your mind's eye, or that you have a strong sense of intuition that allows you to see things that others might miss. Number 4. You get easily overwhelmed in noisy or crowded environments. Highly sensitive people are wired to process sensory information more deeply and completely than others. This means that loud noises, bright lights, or chaotic environments can quickly become overwhelming, even to the point of feeling physically uncomfortable. For example, you might feel uncomfortable in large crowds or busy shopping malls, preferring instead to shop online or during off-peak hours. You might also feel uncomfortable in noisy or chaotic workplaces, preferring instead to work in a quiet and orderly environment. It's important to understand that this isn't just about being emotional or having a low tolerance for stress. Instead, it's a natural extension of the sensitive person's deep processing abilities. Number 5. You're deeply moved by art, music, and other forms of creative expression. As a sensitive person, you may find that a particular piece of music or a painting can evoke powerful emotions and transport you to another world. You might feel deeply connected to the stories and characters in books or movies, and find yourself moved to tears or laughter by their experiences and emotions. This is not just because you are emotional, but because you have a natural capacity for empathy and emotional depth that allows you to connect with the emotional resonance of these works. Number 6. You are extremely conscientious and detail-oriented. As a highly sensitive person, you may find that you are naturally drawn to tasks that require attention to detail and precision, and that you have a strong sense of responsibility and integrity when it comes to your work and relationships. For example, you might be the person in your group who always remembers everyone's birthdays and anniversaries. You might also be the person who is very conscientious about meeting deadlines and following through on commitments, and who feels a sense of personal responsibility to do your best in all areas of your life. It's important to understand that this isn't just about being a perfectionist or obsessive. Instead, it's a natural extension of the highly sensitive person's deep processing abilities. Number 7, you may be very sensitive to criticism or rejection. As a highly sensitive person, you may take criticism very personally, even if it's not intended to be hurtful. This can manifest in a number of ways, such as feeling hurt or defensive when receiving feedback or feeling anxious about the possibility of being rejected in social situations. It's important to understand that this sensitivity is not a sign of weakness or emotional instability, but rather a natural extension of your emotional depth and empathy. Sensitive people tend to have a heightened awareness of other people's feelings and are more likely to take things personally, especially when it comes to criticism or rejection. Remember, being highly sensitive is not a weakness, but a strength that can help you navigate the world in a unique and valuable way. By recognizing and embracing your sensitivity, you can live a more fulfilling and authentic life. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more great content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.